Okay, thank you for clicking the link. I'm Iyapo, and the question is, how are you going to get reparations, or how are we going to get reparations, or separate or make advances, and we can't even unify among ourselves? Thank you for the question. And okay, to answer your question, one of the things that I found out a long time ago is that when you adopt a thought process, one of the most important things that you can do is make sure that your foundational premise is not flawed. Because if your foundational premise is flawed, then anything that comes from that premise is going to be equally flawed, if not more so. So the question itself portends the thought process that unity means everybody. Okay, and that is not accurate. Therefore, if we're thinking in those terms, then that thought process is flawed from the beginning. So if you kind of shift the way that you're thinking about it and take it out of the context of unity meaning everybody, then you can start to see what our people mean when we're talking about unifying. What we're saying is that with any movement, there's always a core of people who are willing, who are like-minded and willing to do the heavy lifting and to do the work. Look, it doesn't take everybody. It just takes like-minded people. Okay? It's like someone saying to me, it's like me saying, I want to buy a house. And then someone says, how are you going to buy a house and you don't have all the money in the United States? I don't need all the money in the United States. I just need enough to buy this house. I just need enough. Okay? When it comes to unifying, or when we're using the term unity, we're talking about just needing enough. Because we understand that we have our coons, we have our traitors, we have those who are just totally against the movement or don't think it'll work. We don't want them with us anyway, because that's dead weight. That would just be dead weight. Okay, I'd rather have 10 people who are pushing for me than have 100 people and only 20 of them are pushing and everybody else is either pushing against or dead weight. You just need the core people who want to get this thing done. They just had the teacher strike in West Virginia, and it's over with, and they won, and they got what they wanted. Do you think for a moment that everyone in that sea of people and in that crowd, okay, all shared the same views on everything? They shared the same views on politics. They shared the same views on homosexuality. They shared the same views on religion. Of course not. That's impossible. But what they did was they found that one thing and they rallied on that. And they got it done. It just takes enough. So when we're looking at things in terms of, well, we can't even unify ourselves. Would you go to like the 5%, the less than 5% of people who control all the power and wealth in the United States and say, how are you doing this? You don't have every single person in the United States, on your side. And they're like, it doesn't take every single person in the United States. All it takes is us 5 or less percent who have this determination and this push. Okay, it doesn't take everybody. So again, you have to kind of shift your thinking and stop thinking in terms when we're talking about unity. Don't think that we're all talking about all this everybody come together. We know that everybody's not going to come together. That's, come on. Historically, if you look at even the civil rights movement or any other major movement, there has always just been this core. And the thing is, when that core of people starts moving forward, and other people start seeing that this thing is really happening, then it tends to jump on they jump on the bandwagon, and it starts to become this groundswell, and then it grows and it snowballs, and everybody's still not on board, but it grows from there. And like I said, even in the midst of that, everybody isn't all in agreement on every little nuance of everything, or their political views or whatever. They just rally on this one point, and they get it done. Okay, so that's the answer to the question. Okay, it doesn't take everybody. We don't all have to unify in that word. In that way, we use unifying as a word, and we mean unity among those who are willing to unify. And to those who don't, they end up benefiting from those who actually unify and get down, boots on the ground, getting the work done, heavy lifting. Okay, and again, I thank you for watching. I thank you for your question, and that answers your question. This is Iyapo, and thank you for watching.